Hey YouTube, this is Alice at Wonderland Speaks, and I got terrible lighting, I know that. I really wanted to come on here today and show you, and this is my first, so don't criticize me too bad that I don't know what I'm doing, because I don't. But as we know, we live and we learn, and I'm trying to learn. So what I've got here is I wanted to show you an email I got today from, oh, you can't see it. Oh, there it is. See that? This is YouTube's 2021 review for my channel. So this is the first page. It's actually 6 pages. So I'm going to show one at a time. It gives me a complete breakdown. It wants me to see. I don't have to tell you. YouTube is pretty thorough. It wanted me to know which video of mine had the most interest, as well as what countries was getting the most attention, or I should say, which country my videos got the most attention from, which, as you can see, is the US. And also, it wanted me to know that I had 816 likes and 214 comments. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is backwards. Well, I hope when you see it that it makes more sense than it's making to me from this point. But basically, that's the breakdown for that. And so, what am I missing? Some pages. Oh, I want to come back to this, where it shows that my channel This is the video that they're referring to. It's actually one of the first videos that I did. It's one of the first. I mean, it was the first month, well, actually the first week that I was doing videos. It is still my biggest viewed video to date. And it shows here that I had, for the year 2021, I'm surprised because I wasn't expecting this at all. But it says I had 60,000.4 watch time minutes and 20.2 total views. Now, I know that doesn't seem like much, but to me, that's really a big deal. I'm pleased with myself. I really am. And I talked about this already, where it talked about my likes and my comments, and certainly my my subscribers certainly don't match the people that like to watch. So, but I'm not complaining at all. I'm just so pleased that my my channel is doing as well as it is, and I'm gonna keep working hard to earn your subscription so that you'll want to subscribe to my channel, so that you will feel that I have interesting content, so that you will look forward to watching what I have to say and do, because that is the only reason why I do this, is so that I hope that I'm giving you something that you want. So YouTube wants me to know that I am developing my audience. And to use their words, let me see, how did they word this? How did they word this? Now I don't even see it. But basically it says 2021, and that's on the front page. It says 2021. So now this is actually like an award. So I'm pleased. It says 2021 Wonderland Speaks. Cheers to having such loving fans. It's time to celebrate all of your hard work and the community you've built in 2021. So I am pleased. I am very pleased. Now, this whole live thing, I haven't got a grip on the other way. So, I have been encouraged. I have been encouraged to put this out. I see somebody wants to know where I'm at. This is my first first comment. I'm Alice at Wonderland Speaks, and I'm in Las Vegas. That's where I'm at. Whew. So as I've stated the past couple of weeks uh, to my subscribers and to those who are just watching, how do you have 60,000 views, but I can't seem to break 1,000? I can't seem to break 1,000 subscribers. The numbers don't add up, folks. They don't add up. So I have to laugh about this. You're supposed to celebrate even the small victories. And for me, this is a big victory, a very big victory. And I have to pat myself on the back because, if you don't, and if you're waiting on others to do it, it may never happen. So, again, I just wanted to come on here and thank everyone for supporting my channel. And again, I hope you will continue to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so that you'll know when I'm going to go live, as well as when I'm putting out content. You know how important that is. It's imperative. So we still have a little more than 2 weeks in this month. And as I've stated before, my birthday is this week. And I want, for those of you who would like to get me a gift, I would like to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month, which is the end of this year. That's been my goal. That's always been my goal, to get started. And as I've said many times before, I started this channel in 2017, and had someone told me, about all this. And believe me, I did my research. I did. I researched it. And as they say, I drank the Kool-Aid. I bought it. I bought it all 9 yards of it. And I went into this bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, investing my time, that little I had, because I was working full-time at the time. And so I didn't have a lot of time. Not only that, I didn't have the motivation. I was too distracted. I had so much going on, but I've since retired. Last year I retired. I thought I would jump right on it then, but that didn't happen either. So most recently, meaning really, really recent, like the past month, I've decided to get involved, completely committed to growing my channel. And I'm a person who I do like to give whatever I'm doing, give it all that it needs, so that, because I know otherwise I'm not really going to see what can happen if I don't do everything that that it's capable of. I mean, I don't know if I just sit back and just wait and hope, and every now and again put out a video or whatever the case may be. So again, these lives I'm going to try to do every day. I know that's the only way I'm going to get good at it. Is that I practice. I also have a blog uh, of the same name. My blog is actually, I started my blog in uh, 2011, believe it or not. And I lost interest in a very short period of time. So I just started back working on that this week. And so hopefully I can draw interest. Maybe I can draw more interest to that than I am to this. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take uh, for people to value my content. I don't know. I just have to keep trying and keep doing what I feel is what interests me, as well as what may interest my viewers slash subscribers. I don't know. All I can do is keep working at it. So I don't know if there's anybody out there. Do you have any questions? This is supposed to be a Q&A, I guess. Guess I feel a little silly. Well, let's see. Um, don't really know how this thing goes. I'm certainly not. I'm not gonna. I can't walk around with my. Now I. This is my cup. It's a coffee cup, but I I am. Let's see. How can I put this? I'm working on my health. I want to be healthier. So this is a turmeric tea. Sort of looks like orange juice, but it's turmeric. Turmeric tea that I've taking. Um, Started taking last week, actually. So I told somebody, I think I've started to notice already, and that just could be me so starved for results that I'm imagining things. But I choose to believe I'm not imagining, that this is actually happening. So I see Forever Grateful, you're doing great. Well, I'm going to try. When I started this, I really thought that I was going to have a designated area so that when I wanted to do a podcast or a blog or whatever, I would have that area. Of course, that hasn't happened. So every time I get ready to, if I'm not in the kitchen, which from this point of view, it's much easier because when I go in the kitchen and prepare a dish, I know everything I got to set up. That's easy. But this, every time I do this here, I've basically done it here on my couch in this area pretty much. And it's a little difficult because there is things involved in setup because I don't just have it set up. I have to set all this stuff up. And because I don't want to come on camera looking looking too much of a fright, today was what I would call a no joke day because uh, for those of you who have followed my channel, I have had some recent health issues. And today was physical therapy day. And it was no joke. When I left there, um, I could barely walk. So when I came home, I didn't know what, if anything, I was going to be able to do. So I'm thankful that I'm able to sit here and have a conversation uh, because you just never know. You never know. Does anybody have any questions for me? I guess I got one person that's one person here. Uh I know this is going to be an adjustment for me because I'm one of those people who normally I have 4 or 5 things going all at the same time. My brain just kind of works like that. So if something's not always happening, something's got to be happening. It's got to be happening, and I understand this is a process, and sometimes there may not be anything, especially with someone who is in, like I am. I'm in the infancy stage of my channel trying to make it grow. Now, I know there are people out there who have a lot less subscribers than me, and, they're aspiring to get to where I am. I understand that. I get it. Uh, and like I said, I'm not unappreciative. I appreciate all of it. Um, my head, as I said, is just in so many places, and this is just so vitally important to me. I don't like to do things and they're not successful. Say something. Say something. Um, so I don't know. Let's see. I don't know who I have here. Where are you from? And may I ask how you came across my channel? I am. So basically, for those who are just watching, my channel is when my channel started, my motivation was I wanted to have something I could pass on. Uh, I was thinking about when I was growing up and how my mother, uh, I have all these memories of spending time with her in the kitchen. And I thought to myself, I've got grandkids, and most of them I don't know because I live in a different state. They don't know me. So I started my channel because I wanted something for them. Cooking videos. Oh, okay. 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 Did you like the video? Did you like it? Or was there some other reason you were watching it? Oh, good, good. Because that is how my channel started. Believe it or not, the other day when I went to my blog that's been dormant, uh, and I decided to transfer my cooking videos to my blog, I didn't even realize I had that many cooking videos. Because for me, when I'm sitting here trying to think of content, um, the first thing that comes to my mind is food, because that was my initial motivation for this. I wanted to make cooking videos for my kids, and that was it. So more than half my channel is food, of it started with me preparing dishes. Then I just started doing videos. Like, for example, Thanksgiving. My Thanksgiving video this year had got the most views of all my videos in the first 24 hours. That's the first time that happened. After I had got done, um, thank you. I had gotten done doing my desserts, and I decided, why don't I make a short video? So I had just taken them out of the oven. I had made my pies, and um, I had done a strawberry shortcake, and I did a peach crisp. So there I had 3 desserts, 2 big pies sitting there in front of my screen, taking up the whole screen. And I decided, oh, why don't I just do a short video? So I did. I took my phone, put it up really close, and did what do you call it? Um, I pulled my camera back so that it could kind of be like slow motion. But I really wanted people to get the full effect of what I was doing. And when I got up the next morning, that video had 1,500 views. Now, I know to a lot of people that doesn't sound like much, but for me, that was a big deal, a really big deal. Because I got some food videos that might have 10, 20 views. That's it. So for that video, something that was impulsive, that I didn't think about, forever grateful, especially the one with the black suit on with the short hair. Black suit. I don't have a black suit video. Black suit with short hair. I don't know what that is. I don't have. See, I say that because I don't like black. That's why I might have maybe 5 items of clothes that are black. I have a pair of black pants and a black t-shirt, and I don't own a black suit. So I don't know what this is. I hope it was made. Now, I do have some videos. I have a video with Mickey Mouse. Well, it's not Mickey, it's Minnie Mouse. Now that's black with red. But then I have another costume that's a bumblebee. That's black with yellow. But I don't have a black suit. Do I? I don't think so. I don't think it was your very first. You could be right. Some of that stuff I really have forgotten because, as I said this week, when I was transferring things to my blog, I didn't even realize. No, because I had started preparing my Thanksgiving. Um, my It was 2017, and I was actually doing what I always do, which is getting ready to prepare this big dinner, which is what I do every year. And I then it occurred to me after I had got started, oh, I thought you were doing a video. So it was an afterthought. Forever grateful, especially the one with the black suit. For, think it was your very first. I don't know. It could have been. Um, those are very long days. You know, preparing holiday meals are can be extremely. Uh, there's a lot going on. So if you add in what is already going on with that whole process of now you got a camera going and making sure that the camera's not acting up and your angle is right. And let's see, I think it was your first. Let's see. Yep, it said it was. I can believe it. Yeah, because when I did that and it was an afterthought and it occurred to me, you're supposed to be recording this. So I said, okay, so what are you going to do? I said, oh, I don't know. It's not like I can roll back. I'm in the process of cooking this meal. So it was that's why those videos look the way they do, and that the titles don't necessarily represent what is in it. It does, but it doesn't. It's because doing a video was not the first priority. I was actually doing my holiday meal. So I'm thankful that, because I actually, even though I've done since that, but I've not done it, I haven't prepared uh, a big spread like that since, because my core group gets smaller and smaller as far as who I'm preparing for. Uh, like Christmas is coming up, and I generally bake a lot, and well, I retired the end of last year, but that still didn't affect my baking because I still went ahead and did my usual baking because I had clients that I would make these big trays, uh, and it was just my way of showing them I appreciated all through the year the relationship we have in business, and they always appreciated it. It'd be a big selection of hard work because I did like 10, 12 different uh, types of cookies and cakes, that kind of stuff. And I would take it. One of my clients was roadway trucking, and medical facilities. And I'm sure I'm forgetting some people because I drove for a living, and I would uh, do Utah, Arizona, and the whole uh, Nevada Valley. And so I was all over the place. So I had clients all over the place, but I didn't give everybody. I would make up maybe 15 different trays. That's a lot. But I love doing stuff like that. So I love getting in there, coming up with it every year. I would add some stuff, take some stuff out, and I enjoyed doing it, and I could tell the guys always appreciated it. And people would say to me, "Why would you do that? Why would you fix all that stuff?" I said, "Because you have to understand how business works." Because I would go to some clients and they would get trays from Panera. That's the restaurant that has these croissants and they make sandwiches. They would have these trays of food from them. So it's an exchange. Everybody gives out gifts at Christmas time, different types. And that's just what I would do. And, but what a lot of people don't understand, that's just good business. Because even though I'm doing that once a year, that will work for me all year long. If you know anything about the trucking industry, you can go in there and you could spend hours and hours waiting to be waited on because you're picking up. Because first of all, there's not that many females. I come in there, they get me right in, they get me right out. And I think to myself, see, that's what the cookies did. The cookies did for me, So it's a really small price to pay for people to show you a very small kindness all year long. Roadway, United Airlines, American Airlines, um, that's in Las Vegas. And then I dealt with medical facilities here uh, in the valley. And then Utah, I would do Cedar City and St. George in Utah. And then one day, they got an ice storm, which for some reason at that point I had stopped watching. I wasn't watching the weather. And I ran into, because we don't get that here, but that's no excuse. I ran into an ice storm and I was so terrified uh, going and coming because the ice was that thick on the highway. How can I forget the interstate 15 North takes you all the way there, everywhere, all out there. It was just when you got to once you crossed over into the state of Utah, that weather changed and it was nasty. So after I got back, because I prayed all the way there and all the way back, I said, I'm not doing any more winters. I'm not going to Utah anymore. I said, I'll do it any other time, but when their weather starts to get bad, which their weather can start getting bad in October, and that lasts until March for Utah. It's iffy every day. So I just started watching, doing like a 7 day, 7 to 10 day forecast to see the different changes in the weather, to see how it was going to affect the timeline, because I was generally there in the middle of the night, like between 3 a.m. and 7 a.m., sometimes 8 a.m., because we have a different timeline. But that's generally when I would be coming through there. And that's when I would watch to see if their weather was going to change. And most of the time it was. They have the worst weather, worst weather. So that was the only time I would have to worry about them. Now, the other end of that, like going towards Phoenix, they get like combination weather. They get like fog, rain, they might get a little drizzles, not necessarily Phoenix, but going what would I call that? Sort of like forever Instagram. What about Instagram? What about Instagram? Now um I do have an Instagram. Um but I know even less about it. I am active on there, but not so much. Um, all of these are kind of foreign territories for me. I'm still figuring it out. I thought I had a channel there, and when I went to it, it was somehow, I don't know how that got crossed out, but it was Elon Musk. I don't know how that happened. There's no way where there can be any confusion there, because he's rich and I'm not, and he's a man and I'm a female. I don't know how that happened. But then I looked at it again, and our what would you call that? Username? It says you have one. Yes. But I think it's under, I don't want to misquote it. I think it's Wonderland Speaks, but it may be, let me see. Let's see. I think it is, but it may be, that may be it. If not, it is Wonderland Speaks. And that's terrible, because when I watch people doing presentations or they're doing them, you got to clean that up. You can't have all these different names. That's confusing to people. So rather than please successfully connected. I guess I would say internet's not what it used to be. I guess that's what I would say, because so often they sent me a message that my connection was unstable. So, um, yeah. So, did you actually watch more than one of my videos, or only the one? Forever grateful. So why does a person choose that as their name? I can't speak for anyone else, but I know for me, when I made the decision, oh, okay, good. Did you subscribe to my channel? Or are you one of those 60,000 people? you you one of those 60,000 people who just like to watch. Did you subscribe to my channel? Because your name doesn't sound familiar. You probably wonder, how can you remember everybody who subscribed? I don't know, but somehow I just do. But I don't recognize yours. Did you subscribe? Oh, I am. I am what? Oh, okay. Thank you. So, as I was saying, I was thinking about when I thought about my channel and what I wanted the name to be. I really thought about it because I wanted something that could. I mean, I know I have the opportunity change uh, to change it, but it's just like the name you were born with. When you were born and your parents were trying to decide what to name you, there's some thought, put into it. So I was thinking, of course, I thought about my name and, Wonderland, Alice in Wonderland. So, you know, that's how I came. Not only that, I was thinking, okay, how would that interchange? How could that work with other arenas? Because usually when you get in this, it can oftentimes. I added you on this. Thank you. Thank you so much. Because I had been uh going to, where they say, source out, and then my son said he wanted to gift me get it, because I've been complaining about my setup for a long time, and he said he wanted to take care of that for me. So the thing about somebody giving you a gift, you can't criticize the gift. You have to be thankful and appreciated. But he knows his mother. He knows I'm not patient. I I don't have any patience. I'm not going to pretend that I do. That's why I generally wind up doing things on my own, because I think it started when I was very young, and I would be so patient with people and just wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, wait and wait. And then one day I said, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm not waiting. So that's what happened. That was it. And that's where I am. I mean, people think that it's an easy process. It's not. The first time I went in a restaurant alone, it was scary. It was very scary, because just like any first, you've never done it. You don't know how you're going to feel. You don't know anything. You just try it and see what happens. And that's what happened. It was okay. Nothing earth shaking. Hi, Anne. How are you? Yeah, there's nothing earth shaking about it. I just I just started doing it, and then you just get comfortable after a while, especially after you have so many firsts. It's just you just adjust. Some things you never adjust to though, really. You don't, you know. You don't. You try, but some things you don't. But then some things you're just forced to adjust and deal with it. And that's how life's made up of a lot of those first. And how you choose to deal with them, that is totally up to you. So, forever grateful that you need to go live. Would you believe in 4 years? This is my very first time. This is my very first time going live. 4 years. Really? Well, there's plenty of a channel, so it's certainly not the worst thing in the world. For those of us who are creating content, somebody to watch us, so everybody can't, for those of us who are creating content, we have somebody to watch us, so everybody can't do everything. Everybody can't be good at everything. There are those who are doing it and they're not good at it. They're just doing it and they have that right to do it. So this is just something I started and I just want to see it through, whatever that means. And I don't know what it means. I just know that I haven't been true to myself. So because I haven't been, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I've been really honest about that in my videos. I've had very little time and like any art form, you have to be motivated. And I wasn't because I was distracted. And so now that I have all this time on my hands, I think it's important for me to put forth that effort and try to see where this can go. And that's what brings us here. I had 3 different people say to me, you need to go live. So here I am going live. Uh, are there any questions? I guess this is sort of a Q&A, kind of. I mean, I got on here just to talk about my YouTube Creator Award. I may frame it. I frame all my awards, big and small. My connection is still unstable. Wow. There's absolutely nothing I can do about that because I have been complaining about it since I moved out here in the wilderness. And the mountains are what make it unstable. So because of that, I have to take what I can get. And this is it. So, uh, and of course, I deal with it all the time when I'm online, but I notice it more so when I have my television on and I'll get all this buffering constantly. Buffer, buffer, buffer. And it's because it's very unstable connection, which has nothing to do with me. Of course, I've had a few conversations with my provider about it, and because they're not fiber optic, which means they're totally exposed to everything that's going on out here. All that wiring's not protected. And apparently, they're not prepared to invest the money that would be needed to make that happen because I would imagine the argument is they don't want to have to jack up the rates, because that's what that would mean, because that's a lot of money. And this is such a small community. They're not going to want to do that. And they're not doing it. So we have to live with it. Maybe they feel like you moved out here, you shouldn't want that much. I would think because of that, you want the best internet connection you can get. That's just my thinking. Yep, that's just me. Wow. So I don't even know how long I'm supposed to stay on here. It says, please wait while we try to reconnect. This is insane. Really insane. Earlier today, when I went out, because I had, as I mentioned earlier, physical therapy, and I was going to do a live then. That would have been my first. My internet connection, the first thing it tells you is to check your connection. Well, I knew there was no point in me checking because I already know it's unstable. That's just the way it is. I knew all I could do is just take a chance. You would think this time of night that, but maybe it's not that late when you talk about Wi-Fi and internet, maybe. So I'm going to be doing some more classes, trying to learn the craft of being the best YouTuber I can be, so I can give you guys the best content I can possibly give. I'm going to do my best. Do I have any other questions? I think I'm going to stay on here an hour. I'm at 48, 49 minutes. So another 10 minutes. And then I'm going to disconnect myself instead of being constantly disconnected. But I will say, critiquing this whole live thing, I'm glad that somebody logged on. I guess, yeah, I'm glad that somebody's here, and I've had somebody to connect with, because certainly I'm not one of those people with this big following, so people are gonna know when I'm on. No, I just this was all very spontaneous. I said every day I'm going to go on live and try to do what I need to do, whatever that means. And since I got this email this morning about, I call it a report card from YouTube, and they suggested that I do live for that. So there was my motivation for that. Um, Otherwise, I was probably going to wait until tomorrow. But here we are, and 10 more minutes, and I'm going to disconnect. And forever grateful. I'm forever grateful because you're still here. Yeah. I'm thankful. I'm glad that you stayed on. You could have disconnected, So I do appreciate you hanging in there with me uh, as I ramble on. And I've been, as I said, encouraged to do this. This is certainly a way for um, my audience to get certainly a much more up close and personal view of me, get to know me more as a person, and too, they can ask questions and they can get answers in real time. And so certainly there's absolutely a place for it. So I don't think I've ever actually put the camera this close to my face. It's a little daunting, as they say, to be that close. I'm not a vain person. I would be just as content to be behind the camera. Really. I've always been like that. As a kid, I was very shy, so I was not out front at all for anything. And then one day, I think I must have found my voice. I think I was in high school, and I don't know what we were doing. I think we're planning a field trip, and they wanted me to be the class president, and all I was thinking about was, why do they want me? But I didn't say no. I just went with it, and it just kind of things just started to develop from there. And I I realized I was a leader, and that I had a voice, and I had something to say. So um, here I am with all these years of, uh, as they said, wealth of knowledge, and I've learned so much over my life, and I want to share it with my YouTube audience. Now, when I started this, that wasn't a plan. Because I'm a private person. It was not my intent to totally expose myself. But then as time went on, and I started thinking about other people that I know who are really having a hard time. And I noticed one of the first things I noticed when I started my channel, started doing videos, was I found it to be therapeutic. And I thought to myself, this could be a good thing for people who are struggling in some way emotionally, especially with everything going on. I said, this could possibly be therapeutic for them. Because I've known a lot of people who have, do you have a channel? Oh, that was me asking you if you have a channel. Um, yeah, I just, that's how my mind works when I come across something, or if I'm talking to someone and they're uh, having difficulties in some way, my brain starts working, and I start thinking of suggestions, solutions. How can we fix it? I'm not I'm not a person who just likes to go on and on and on about the same thing. I like to find solutions. I'm a problem solver. Yeah, as one would say, that's part of my DNA. I like to solve problems. I don't like to create problems. But if there are problems, I have a friend that all we do is uh, problem solve and bounce ideas off each other, and it's great. It certainly gives my brain an opportunity to do things that it doesn't do every day. And we really come up with some great ideas. We really do. We brainstorm and come up with these, great ideas. So, and it has to be an environment that is conducive to that, because everybody is not open to let you uh, brainstorm, because there's so much negative energy out there. They don't want to hear it. They're so busy wallowing in it. They don't want to really solve it. They just want to wallow in it. And I'm not a wallower. No, I want to get to it. You know, I, as I had mentioned, I contracted for this company. I was an independent contractor, and we had formed. We never. This was all on the phone or online. That's how we communicated. But we had formed a business relationship, and sometimes that becomes personal. You talk about things, and we had discussed music. So we had kind of formed a relationship in of sorts. But there came a time when there were certain times I would get runs, and they would get real tense. That they always got tense. And then when they get tense, then they want to call you all the time. call you on the phone, constantly calling. They want progress reports, progress reports. And initially, I blew it off and I would answer them every time they would call. But then we had to have a conversation because that's not who I am. I said, you know what? Y'all gonna stop blowing me up because I don't work like that. I said, how do you expect for me to work, do my job, and focus on what I'm doing, which is driving, if you blowing me up on the phone? That's not even safe. I said, there's no reason for you to blow me up. If you don't hear from me, that's when you blow me up. If there's a problem, you'll know about it. Otherwise, you don't need to be calling me. I'm not having it. That didn't set too well at first. They weren't used to somebody, especially not a female, being like that. But that's just how I work. It has nothing to do with that job. I'm like that in any job. Once you made it clear what you want from me, we don't have to talk about it anymore. I'm not one of those people. I don't need constant reinforcement. I don't need you standing over there watching me, you know. I'm not one of those people. Now, unless you're not clear on what it is you want, that's different. But if you communicated what you want, you don't need to watch me. Wow. I know you can't tell from there, but I actually have highlights on me because it's nighttime. And of course, that's certainly not the best time to do these videos because we normally have great natural light here. I mean, lighting here is just perfect, but it's not daytime, it's nighttime. And I actually just bought another light. Actually, it came, is it today? One of these, because I'm going to start a blog. So, what am I working on? I'm working on my channel, my YouTube channel, my blog, of course, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. What else is left? Twitter. Who else? What else? Oh, and of course, what I just said, podcasts. So, all these things, because they're all interconnected, I'm working on all these things at the same time. In addition to that, I'm going to be taking some classes to learn more about all this stuff that I'm talking about, I'm going to do. And on top of all of that, I'm also going to be, like I said, I'm in the middle of physical therapy so that I can get back to what I call normal. And my birthday's in a couple of days, and I'm still trying to decide if I want to go out of town or something. I don't even know. I'm such an impulsive person when it comes to things like that. So I don't know. I don't know. But that's me. That's who I am. That's what I do. So with that in mind, forever grateful. I want to thank you so much for staying here the whole hour. And I did learn something about you, though, that I didn't know. And I hope after today that you will stay around and that you will subscribe, as I'm hoping for all these people that I have discovered through YouTube that have checked out my channel. I hope they will decide to subscribe. I hope. I'm going to do my best to make that happen. So, with that in mind, this is Alice at Wonderland Speaks, and I want you guys to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. If you like my content, please, 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 please subscribe. Please subscribe. Again, this is Alice, Wonderland Speaks. Please, please be blessed. And as I said, I am going to, every day I'm going to do some kind of little live. Now, when am I going to do it every day? I don't know. This was my first, so I don't know. I do plan to get all this stuff on a schedule. I'm not there yet, though. I'm going to be totally honest. I'm not there yet. Right now, talk to you soon. For sure. Thank you. Bye. End stream. Your stream will stop immediately and you will no longer be live.